Hey everybody, welcome back. Another day here in class. We're going to be having a ton of fun working on Autodesk today. As you know, in class, we've been working on making our multi-view drawings, and today we're going to learn how to do it on Autodesk. So what I want you to do is to pick yourself out a piece from the old bin of wooden parts, or just find something to make that's interesting. We can get away from the sculptures. Now we want to look at more like simplistic or kind of realistic images. Maybe I picked out this piece right here. It's a nice purple. So this is what I'm going to make, and then I'm going to do a multi-view sketch with some orthographic projections based on that. So we're just going to create our part here, kind of go through the same thing we always do. Hopefully people are getting pretty fluid with starting the parts, making them. I'm going to go through this pretty quick. You should definitely measure your part or figure out the kind of the proper dimensions to use. That's going to start being pretty important here. And then you want to use dimensions to make things. So I'm going to use the line tool here, and I know that this is actually, each cube of this is 1 inch long. Note that it is a different size from the ones I'm at home right now. This is a different size from the ones we have. So this would be a 3-inch long line. And then let's zoom around here a little bit. Okay, now we're going to do here, and I'm going to make sure to snap to a 90-degree angle down there. This is a 2-inch line. Then I'm going to go up a 2-inch line again. Let's turn on the numpad. Here we go. Make sure we're at a 90-degree angle. We are. Okay, then we'll go in 1 inch here. Make sure, again, always checking for that 90-degree angle. Otherwise, things can get out of whack, and we will finish it off. All right, now we need to extrude this, and we're going to extrude right here, 1 inch. Perfect. Okay, now I have the base of it right here. You can see that shape. I need to put this this block right here on top. So I'm going to start another sketch on top of the surface right here, and I am going to draw another rectangle here. And I want to make sure that I get this in the right place. So let's see. We want a 1 inch by 1 inch rectangle. I hit tab to jump between those two. Uh, there we go. So I have my 1 inch. Now I think this is the right place, but I'm going to put in some location dimensions just to double check. So I'm going to click 1 and then on the edge, and it says it will over constrain the sketch. That's a good sign. That means that we're attached to this edge right here. And if we do any more, that it's going to mess it up. So we'll just go ahead and cancel that, and we'll finish this sketch, and we will extrude up 1 inch. Okay, there we have it. We should probably turn it purple just to match what we have here on the thing. So I'm going to click on the color button. I don't know if I've showed that in the video yet. There's the color button right there. What you want to do is you want to highlight the thing, and now it goes to being gray right here, which is what it is normally. But if you click on the color you want, let's darken that. It's pretty dark purple, pretty close to blue. We'll get it a pretty pure color. Oh, okay, and it didn't work. Here we go, and then we'll click the green checkbox. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Good enough, anyways. All right, so we have our part made. Now we're going to go ahead and save this thing. So I hope that you're working in your folder. This is where it's important to work in your folder. So if you're not in your folder, you might want to close the part, get into your folder, and then reopen it, or ask for some help moving the file from one folder to another. Anyway, so let's save here. And I will save this, as you can see that I am in fact in the correct folder. Oh, no. But we want to stay in the folder. Okay, there we go. We'll save it as purple piece PIE. PEI. Anyways, there we go. We saved it as purple piece. Now we will go to file, and we're going to click on new, and we're just going to bring up this window, because we normally, all we've been doing is creating a standard part, an IPT file, but we want to actually make a drawing this time. So we're going to choose a standard drawing file right here, DWG. We're going to open that up, and hopefully this will, here we go. Okay, so we've started up our drawing file right here. And this is what you use to make your technical drawings here in Autodesk. So now, you know what I forgot to do was I forgot to set my front view of the purple piece. And actually, this is kind of cool with the view cube, because if you're having a hard time of sort of visualizing what things look like, what the top view of things looks like, the front view, the right side view, all that, the view cube can kind of help you figure it out, right? So let's pick out a good view sort of for the front. Remember, we want to choose a natural position, something where you can see everything pretty well. I think I'm going to choose this as, yeah, I think I'm going to choose this as sort of my isometric view right here, which would mean this is the top, which is good. So there's my top view. You can see it, and you can see that little rectangle right there. Then if you click this button, you can see the front of it. And then if you click this button right here, you can see the right-hand side. Now, the only problem is this, the view cube actually says back right here, and the view cube here says left instead of right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the view cube, and I'm going to go to set current view, and you only have two options, either top or front. So I'm going to choose front right there. And then now all of a sudden, when I click on my isometric view, right, you can see it kind of, you can see that V shape right there for the isometric, and you have top view, you have front view, you have right side view. Everything looks good there. Okay, now let's go ahead and file, save it again. All right, now we'll go back to drawing one. And now I think we're going to be in a better place to put this on the screen. So there's a few different things we can do here. So we have this similar menu format. We have the place views. That's obviously going to do your views. You can put in your 2D views, your orthographic projection. You can put in your 3D view here. Then you can make all kinds of special views like auxiliary views, section views, break lines, right? You can do all those kind of things that we've talked about, or we haven't talked about all of them yet, but we'll get to many of them. Then your Annotate tab right here, you can put in dimensions, you can put in text, you can put in notes, you can put in your center lines, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's pick our base. Now, the great thing is, if you're working in the folder and you save in the folder, it just automatically brings up the last piece that you were working on. So it already pulled up the purple piece. So that's great. If you still need to find it, you can go right here to open file, and then you can come to the documents folder, the Inventor folder, and then you can find your folder right there. And that all looks good. Okay, so we'll open that one up, and there it is. Okay, well, let's just click cancel. There it is. Anyways, all right, now we have a few different options here. Now, the main things we're going to look at are what view do we want? And do we want, what is this right here? Do we want hidden lines showing or removed? And do we want that part to be shaded or not? So in general, let's go ahead and let's start with our 3D view. So we're going to do that. How do we get to the 3D view? Let's see, view, master. We'll go for our isometric view right here. Did this work? No, that didn't work. Forgive me. Raster view, purple, model state, display options. No. This is getting too complicated. Oh, I remember. Here is our view cube right here. So that makes it really easy to find and select whatever view we want. So we want the front view, or we want to go with the isometric view. Now, if you look at it, it's a little bit too small. Like, it could fit on the paper a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and let's change that to being isometric. Let's say 2-to-1 view. Maybe we could even do like 2.5-to-1. That looks pretty good right there. And then you drag it into position. For this one, let's turn shading on so that we have that nice color there. It's easy to see. And let's turn hidden lines off. Okay. And then we'll click OK. And there it is. A nice view of the part. You can tell what it looks like. Now we're going to put in the detail views, the orthographic projections, so that we can see what this thing looks like. So to do that, let's put down another base. We're going to keep our scale 2.5 to 1 the same. We're going to use our view cube right here. Let's just make sure that we have the proper front view selected. Okay, good. Now, it was easy since we kind of set up our view cube earlier when we were actually making the part. It's easier now to just grab the front view. There you go, done. And let's put it here. Now for our 2D views, we do not want to have them shaded. So don't click that button and make sure to turn on hidden lines. We do want to see hidden lines if there are any. So let's turn on hidden lines there. And now actually I can go ahead and I can place my front view right here. I can reach up, I can place my top view, and I can reach over and I can place my right side view. And now they're colored right now, but once we click OK, they will turn to black and white. Perfect. Okay, so I've placed, and you can see the alignment right here. You can see that this edge is aligned, that edge is aligned, right? Everything's aligned just like we did manually in class. So we have our alignment right there. I know we haven't talked about dimensions and all the rules for dimensioning, but let's go ahead and throw some dimensions on there. You can kind of put them on however you want. For now, we will learn these specific rules, or maybe I'll just throw them out right now. In general, what you want to avoid is double dimensioning. So you don't want to dimension something more than once. For instance, you wouldn't want to dimension that right there, nor would you want to dimension and then again dimension that right there. And yes, I remember we have this issue where the dimensions are really small. I don't know if I want to get into the fix for that right here in this video. We will take care of it sooner or later, but for now, go ahead and just throw some of these small dimensions on there. I'm going to go back to get rid of those two because I don't want them there. So we'll just throw on some dimensions here just to practice doing it a couple of times. Just get used to using the dimension tool. We do want this one. Let's see, maybe I should dimension that one from there to there. We'll go ahead and use the datum technique, although this is not exactly datum, but we'll kind of chain them up like that. All right, and then one more from there to there. All right, we'll put some dimensions on there, and that's how you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I think this is enough for everyone to be able to produce a multi-view sketch or a multi-view drawing, a technical drawing of a part that they make. That was the goal of the video. Good luck on yours.